Okay, so we've kind of done this before, but now it's going to be more formal. This chapter is about everything, all polynomials. So there's going to be quadratic, cubic, quintic, quartic, all sorts of things. So we're going to have to name them, and we're going to have to name them in specific ways. The first thing you're going to have to do is make sure you write the polynomial in standard form. Standard form means the highest exponent to the lowest. So it goes 3, 2, 1, nothing. Coefficient, we'll make that yellow, why not? The coefficients are the numbers that are in front of your variables. Those are the coefficients, okay? The degree is the highest exponent. So when you're talking about something, you're going to talk about it as degree 7, okay? There's also something called the number of terms. That's how many groups there are. If you look, and so I'll circle that one in blue, okay? This is a monomial, one group, one group, one group, one group. They're touching. This one is 1, 2 groups. This one is 1, 2 groups, binomial. This one is 1, 2, 3 groups, trinomial. 1, 2, 3 groups, trinomial. 1, 2, 3 groups, trinomial. Anything more than 3, I mean, they just decided, it's enough names. We'll call it a polynomial. So as long as it has more than 3, it's a polynomial. Okay, so I'm going to give you one of these things, and you're going to have to give me all the information. So first thing I want you to do is put it in standard form. So it's the highest, so I'll go SF for standard form, equals 9x to the 7th minus 11x to the 5th. Well, as soon as I have it in standard form, I know the degree. The degree is 7, because it's the highest exponent that has to go first. And then I need the coefficients, and those are the numbers in front, which is the 9 and the negative 11. And then I'm actually going to ask for an additional thing. I'm going to ask for the leading coefficient. If I ask for the leading coefficient, I'm asking for the one that is in front. So what's the one specifically in front? 9. Who's in the lead? Who's winning the race? Okay. The last thing I want is the number of terms. And if you look, there are 1, 2 groups. 2 groups means, so there's 2 groups, and it's called a binomial. Okay. Something else I want you to learn about is the different names, and I should have put this on here. So there's a linear, let's see, where can I put this? That'll be a good spot, whatever. A linear means it has an x. Quadratic means it has an x squared. Cubic means it's x cubed, and that's whatever the degree is. Let me zoom that in a little bit. The next one is quartic, like there's 4 quarters in a dollar, and that's 4. And then there's quintic, and that's fine, okay? Anything higher, I don't care. So with that being said, this is to the 7th power, I don't care. All right, let's go to the next one. First thing, I'm going to put it in standard form, highest exponent to no exponent at all. Make sure that you know that the negative is with the 6. Got to keep that stuff straight. The degree is the highest exponent. That's 4. And then the coefficients, those are the numbers in front. 9, imaginary 1, negative 6, and 3. 9, 1, negative 6, and 3. The leading coefficient is the one that's in front. The terms are how many groups there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should have done that here. That's for the terms. So there's 4 terms. And if there's 4 terms, it's called a quartic. Okay? This one's the most confusing, so I need you to get it. This has got, well, in standard form, it's already written in standard form. Negative 11x to the 5th y cubed. Now the degree, I need you to get that because this is one group. 1, 2, they're touching, the degree is 8, okay? Because the terms, there's only one group, which means it's called a monomial. Because it's only one group, how do I decide? Is it the 5 or the 3? So they said, you know what? It's both of them, okay? Where if you look here, this is separated by an adding, so those are separate terms. The coefficient is negative 11. The leading coefficient is also negative 11 because there's only one group. It's like if you're in a race by yourself, you're the winner. Okay? All right, so now what we have to do is we have to add or subtract them. We've done this before. Take the numbers, the squared and squared. So you have 3x squared minus 1x squared. You have 2x squared. And some of you think, but I thought it was x to the fourth. It is x to the fourth when you multiply. So when you're adding, you just go, hey, I got 3 apples. I take away 1 apple. I got 2 apples. If you're multiplying 3 times -1, it completely changes it. Okay? And then I have -6x. Now, don't get these wrong. Make sure that if you're not good at integers, that you're using your calculator. And then -4 and +1 is -3. As a side note, if I asked you to name this thing, this has got 1, 2, 3 terms, trinomial. It's squared, which means it's a quadratic. The coefficients are 2, -15, and -3. It is written in standard form, and the leading coefficient is 2. The degree is 2. Okay? Now, this is what messed you guys up last time. If you have a minus in front, change the signs of everything to the right. Now put the same together. 3x squared plus 1x squared, 4x squared. If you're not going to show work, you got to show work this way. -6 and +9 is +3. -4, -1 is -5. Degree 2, leading coefficient, coefficients, 3 of them, trinomial, quadratic. All right, this is a plus, but I messed with you a little bit because this is x cubed, and there's nothing else x cubed, so it gets brought down. This is x squared, nothing else is x squared, it gets brought down. This is -6x, there's no other x, bring it down. This is a +2 and a -21, which is -19. Okay, degree 3, leading coefficient, -7. Coefficients, -7, -1, -6, -19. Degree 3, cubic. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. That is 3 plus, so it's called a polynomial. All right, last one, change the signs of everything to the right. But this one has a plus, so don't change that one. Okay, now put the same together. X cubed, -5x cubed. -2x squared, +9x, sorry about that. And then +3 and -7 is -4. Okay, degree 3, polynomial, cubic, leading coefficient, degree, standard form, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now for this chapter is going to be all IXL. So your homework will be K1 and K2. Okay, and that's the lesson.